Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 60 seconds. Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 30 seconds. Ask the Doctor with Michael Lang begins in 10 seconds.
Ask the Doctor is sponsored by Lang Eye Care. When it comes to your health, are you seeing the check engine light come on more than normal? It's time to get under the hood. It's time for Ask the Doctor with Dr. Michael Lang. Sponsored by Lang Eye Institute and Fortify Vitamins. Dr. Lang is a board-certified optometric physician and certified nutrition specialist, helping people see and feel better through proper nutrition for 25 years. The doctor is in. Call now with your questions at 877-969-8600. That's 877-969-8600. Here's your host, Dr. Michael Lang.
Okay. Good morning and welcome to Ask the Doctor. I'm your host as usual, Dr. Michael Lang of the Lang Eye Institute and Fortify Vitamins. I've been hosting Ask the Doctor since April of 1993. Folks, that's close to 30 years. All throughout the country and live video streaming all over the world. Remember, this is a talk show that's dedicated to you, the listener, so no matter how simple or complicated your question is, I and Dr. Hall, we will try to answer it to the best of our abilities. So give us a call. I'm going to give you the toll-free number twice. 1-877-969-8600, 1-877-969-8600. This is our third hour this morning. It started at in Orlando on the Florida Man Network, and then we just finished an hour here in Salem Media, all over the country, really, based out of Salem Media. And now we're doing a third hour in the Florida Man Network up in the Panhandle. So that's Fort Walton, Pensacola, Destin area. And we're also on the Faith Talk network as well here in the Tampa Bay area. And certainly you can watch us on social media. So a lot of you go to Dr. Michael Lang Facebook, Dr. Michael Lang _ Instagram. Twitter is Dr. Michael Lang at Michael Lang OD. And then YouTube is Ocular Health Channel or Dr. Michael Lang Ocular Health Channel. So check us out on social media. You can go to my personal website, and it can connect you to anything. It can go to our podcast. It can go to the blog section where Dr. Hall and I write a lot of articles. It goes to a racing site that we have. So go to drmichaellang.com, simply Dr. DR, no period after, drmichaellang.com. And, of course, the main website, if you want to learn a lot more about nutrition, anti-aging, buy your supplements, go to fortify.com, Fortifeye, fortify.com. Always check out the bundle section, because the bundle section is where we've taken vitamins that work synergistically together and promote overall wellness, not just good eye health, at a dramatic discount. The discount's about 40% because you have to factor in the free shipping you get as well. So fortify.com. A lot of you up in the Florida Man Network area, up in the Panhandle, have been buying a lot. A lot of men have been buying our Fortify Fit especially, and we've really been promoting that. It's called the Ultimate Muscle Fuel, and it is a pre-workout, post-workout supplement that we developed. We worked on it for 2.5 years before it came to market, and we've got a lot of world-class athletes that are using it. Plus, the fastest-growing population of Fortify Fit is actually the 70-plus crowd, because they want something to slow down the degeneration and muscle wasting called sarcopenia. And so Fortify Fit is perfect for them. And also it's good for young athletes. My 15-year-old daughter's on it. So if you want to build muscle strength and endurance, lose body fat, help boost your immune system, and support the brain and the heart and the ligaments and the tendons and the joints and your skin, Fortify Fit could very well be the answer. That, when it's combined with exercise and a good night's sleep and hydration, is unbeatable. So check out Fortify Fit at fortify.com, or a great website that talks nothing about what Fortify Fit is, theultimatemusclefuel.com. Theultimatemusclefuel.com. You got to put the in, otherwise it goes to a different website, theultimatemusclefuel.com. All right, we're going to open up the phone lines, 1-877-969-8600. 1-877-969-8600. We were inundated with calls in the first hour. We couldn't get to all of them. But this third hour, the second hour we were, the third hour, these are brand new stations we're on, and we're in the studios for another hour. So we hope to get some calls from all you guys in the Faith Talk Network and also up in the Panhandle, my old stomping grounds. One more time, 1-877-969-8600. Good morning, Dr. Hall. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. I'm wonderful. It's a beautiful day, a little chilly and cool outside. It's nice to feel and get out there and breathe some of that nice, cool air this morning. It was really nice. Went for a little, about a 2.5 mile walk and run this morning with folks here in my neighborhood. I kind of feel like I've taken over the moniker of being the Pied Piper here in the neighborhood, and everybody follows me when I go through the neighborhood, walking and running and like that. It's kind of nice. I look behind me and I've got a little team back there, and so it's a good thing for a Saturday morning, especially when it's cool out. When it's when that heat index or heat factor is 105 and like that, it's no time for running. I mean, not for me. And so I enjoy this time of year, kind of crisp air out, and football on in the afternoons, and it can't be better than that. That's a good thing. So folks, get out and do some exercise if you can today. There's no better time to start your program than today. Don't wait till after the first of the year. Do it now. And we have some good subjects we're going to talk about today, especially the last hour we really didn't get to because we took a lot of calls in today, and that was great. But we're going to talk about our superfoods and the importance of getting in your fruits and veggies in your diet and getting them in the proper way. And there's a way you can do that without getting all the sugar and all the extra calories in. And Dr. Lang and I are going to talk about that in a little bit. But anyway, happy Halloween to everybody. Happy Halloween weekend. Be careful when you're out there and about. Watch out for those little ones out there running around, and they're not paying attention, and they're kids, so they're looking for that next candy bar, that next house that's got the best candy and what all, and they're not worried about you driving down the road in your car. So you have to do that, as always, of course. But tonight, and tomorrow night, be a little bit more observant and like that. And don't be playing with the radio and playing with this and that and your phone and all that stuff. Just kind of watch out on the roads. I always worry about that with the little ones out there. And
that's so tomorrow night, not tonight.
Well, some communities, Dr. Lang, they even had Halloween last night.
Really?
It all depends on the community. My old hometown up in Ohio, they did theirs actually last night. And so it all depends on the neighborhood. Actual Halloween, is Sunday, but because it's a school night, they do it either Friday or Saturday. So sometimes that changes a little bit. So just be kind of, you might be driving through a neighborhood and all of a sudden, come up to, I know on my way home, that happens to me. There's one section here that is just, I avoid it. After a few years, I just thought, I'm not going home that way tonight. And because it's just wall to wall kids running around. And so, yeah, they change it up a little bit. It all depends on the community. And
but we originally, it's tomorrow night that we got to have the treats at the door, right? Tomorrow night, Sunday night.
Right.
Okay.
Right. It Halloween's excuse me, I'm sorry. Always on the 31st. But and that could fall on a Tuesday, it could fall on a Friday or a Sunday or like that. But official Halloween's always October 31st. But like this year, it's going to fall on Sunday. Well, a lot of folks don't like the kids being out on Sunday night because they have school the next day. And of course, after they eat all that candy, they're going to be hyped up and not sleep anyway. So, a lot of the
We're having a
communities.
big party. We're having a big party. Mackenzie's having half the school over to our house Sunday night. So they might have some sugar hangovers the next morning, huh? But, since it's Dr. Michael Lang, certified nutritional specialist, all we're going to have at the party is organic broccoli and organic celery. And if you believe that, I got some swampland for you down in the bayou.
You know what? You just lost half of your crowd that was going to show up then tomorrow night because they're going to say, "Oh no!" I can just picture you at the front door of your place, giving a stock of broccoli to kids that come up to the door, a bag of carrots, or hey, how about a can of beets? Would you like those? You can have some beets or some sprouts, whatever you like.
There's nothing better than a Snickers bar or a Butterfinger during Halloween. I always preach everything in moderation, right?
Absolutely. We talk about that a lot to folks, and I say it all the time. And I think sometimes people are shocked that, that we do say that. But, you've got to have some fun, folks. As you know, if you're a regular listener to the show, I'm a pizzaholic. I love pizza, but I know what to do with it. I make my own. It's a whole wheat pizza or a no wheat pizza, gluten-free pizza. And it's not, I don't use any kind of meats or anything like that. It's all veggie and like that. So it's all positive anyway, so it all depends on how you do it. And like you always preach, moderation, that's it, give in sometimes to those little things that you want, that you crave, and then be done with it. That's all. Where you get into a problem is you give in today, and then when tomorrow rolls around, you go, well, you know what? I gave in yesterday, excuse me, and I'm going to, I'll start my diet back again on Monday. Don't do that to yourself, because it's too easy to continue on from a day to 2 days to a week, and then you got a problem.
Yep. All right, we're opening up the phone lines. You're listening to Ask the Doctor. I'm Dr. Michael Lang and Dr. Richard Hall. Give us a call at 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. I kind of miss trick-or-treating. I remember in New Orleans, we used to go and we get like 2 big grocery bags of candy, but I don't think people are doing that anymore. All right, so we want to talk about some things today before we go to the first call. Organic blue-green superfood is something that I developed a few years back, and we've refined it. So studies indicate that those of you that eat more fruits and vegetables are healthier. The populations that consume the most fruits and vegetables are the healthiest, the least amount of disease. And so let's face it, most of you are not eating 10, 12, 13 servings of organically grown fruits and vegetables a day. So what we did, we developed Fortify Organic Blue-Green Superfood. It's unlike anything on the market right now, and it's not that expensive. Competitors will sell this kind of stuff in capsules, and literally you have to take 15 capsules to be equivalent to this. And for $100, this is, I think, $35, all right? And on the bundle side on Fortify, there's many ways of getting this much cheaper, all right? So Fortify Organic Blue-Green Superfood, first off, number one, it's all certified organic. Make sure when you get any type of greens formula, it's certified organic, all right? So you're not getting any of the pesticides and insecticides and things like that in it. We've taken 16 different powerful superfoods, including 6 adaptogenic organic mushrooms, into this formula. We've then taken enzymes and probiotics to aid your digestive health. So this is an amazing way. It's got 20 calories, all right? So it's not fattening at all. When you combine this with our super protein or our whey protein isolate and shake it up with water, that's a meal replacement. That can be a breakfast, lunch, or supper, especially if you're trying to lose weight. It's a way to jumpstart your weight loss because you're going to get 22 grams of good protein and you're going to get 16 different superfoods, enzymes, and probiotics. It's going to boost your immune system dramatically and help you lose weight. One of the best things in the world that you can do for your overall health is, if you're overweight, is to get down to your ideal body weight, okay? And we've got a lot of people out there that are losing weight. Scoobs, our Egg McMahon, who is in the room with me today. Scoobs lost 48 pounds in 90 days, right, Scoobs?
92 days.
92 days, lost 48 pounds. Tony Joseph, or Tony, not Tony Joseph, but that's what he goes by online. Tony has lost 100 pounds and he's getting ready to lose a lot more with some interesting things that are going through his life. As a matter of fact, Tony, if you're listening, give us a call and let's talk about your weight loss and what's going on in your life, because Tony he is our poster child for Fortify Vitamins. So phone lines are open 1-877-969-8600. That's 1-877-969-8600. Let's go to the phones. Barb in Clearwater. Good morning, Barb.
Oh, good morning, good morning, good morning, Dr. Lang, Dr. Hall. I don't even know where to begin. I have so many terrific reports because of your products. My son-in-law, Michael, who has ended up cancer treatment, he is up 4 pounds. His blood work is picture perfect, thanks to the protein, the fit, the greens, and he has strength. When you possibly think about somebody who's just been through cancer treatment, going out in their garage and working out, and he can only do that because of the fit and the superfoods. And the super foods, the greens, has helped remove the chemo brain that so many people suffer from that go through cancer treatment. And I can't praise you enough for being so dedicated to people's health and well-being. My whole family has benefited so much. My daughter with interstitial cystitis, you basically saved her life with the fish oil. And my husband takes the fit. He's just recovering from a 5-way bypass, and he's just doing marvelous. And I've lost 26 pounds now on the Lang Survival Diet.
Awesome.
And I just thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, Barb, we thank you for the positive input, and it's all about helping people. I mean, Doc Hall and I, that's what we love doing. And so that's why we developed the Fortify Vitamin line, and that's why it's not as expensive as everything else out there. I mean, some of these products you hear that are promoted and advertised are 10-time markup, 12-time markup. Most of our stuff isn't even doubled in price. So we try to bring therapeutic levels of the best so we can legitimately help people, help support their body. God made a really good body as long as it's given the right fuel. And so an example, our organic blue green superfood, like I said, we don't even double the cost of this. And when you think about the shipping costs and all my employees, most people in the industry want a 6-time markup. Some have a 10 and 12-time markup. It's crazy. So when I was manufacturing this, my contract manufacturer came back to me and said, here's the price. And I thought, wow, that's pretty good. I'm going to actually make a little money. And then I got the certificate of analysis, and the country of origin for everything in it was China. So I said, no, that's not right. So everything from it comes from America. Nothing comes from China. And you can cut corners by doing that. Not to knock China, but I just wouldn't trust anything from there to be put into my body right now. So we source the best of the best. Our protein comes from New Zealand. Our omega-3 is manufactured in Norway at the best facility called EPEX in the world. And so we want the best of the best for myself, for my patients, for my family, for my friends. And the motto for Fortify Vitamins is the right science, the right ingredients, right for you. Right science, right ingredients, right for you. And we stand behind that. We're never going to cut corners. We're always going to bring the best product to the market that we possibly can.
Dr. Lang, the other thing that I would like to just say there too, besides what you just said, is when you make a product, you can throw in some ingredients here and there. You can cut corners. You can do things on the cheap. You can import from here and there, and there can be some sketchy products out there. But it comes down to the bottom line. And, of course, we're businessmen. We have to watch the bottom line. But you know what? We care about the patients. We care about our customers. And that's the thing. That's why, Michael, you've been on the air for 30 years, and why this company is booming and why it's thriving. It's not going away. It's not, well, let's make a quick buck and we'll get out of this and we'll get into car parts next year or something, or we'll do the latest hype of what's out there. But one thing I came up with a couple of years ago, and you've kind of, adopted it for the whole company, and I'm very proud of it. But I always say we're very, very proud of what goes into our products. We're just as proud as what doesn't go into our products.
Amen.
And that says a lot. That says a lot. Because we could throw in all kinds of stuff there. You very well know our struggles with getting the proper taste for our fit formula, the ultimate muscle fuel. Was a struggle for 6 months, and we could have fixed it. And you know this very well, Dr. Lang. We could have fixed it with some sugar, some chemical, some kind of
Sucralose.
artificial sweetener, and we're not doing that. We're doing it the right way. And so thank you so much for your compliments and comments and stuff. And, like Dr. Lang said, this is what we do. This is what we like to do. But a call like this just kind of, it's not an ego thing or anything. It just verifies that what we're doing and the push that we have going and like that is going in the right directions. And people really are seeing and feeling results. And that's just a wonderful thing. I'm sitting here at my desk in front of a microphone in my little studio, and I'm smiling. I've got a big smile on my face because this is what we like to hear.
Yes, we do. And I was eating a banana, so sorry about that.
Oh, boy.
All right, so
Hey,
we got some
Dr.
other
Lang,
people on
listen,
hold now. Let me give you the phone lines. We're getting ready to take some more calls. Barb, you have anything you want to finish up with that, or are you still on the hold?
I just wanted to finish up by saying when Dr. Hall was talking about your pure product and the way that you work to really tweak things. As you know, the history with my daughter with interstitial cystitis, I could not find anything in this area and had to send to Jamaica until the day that we were acquainted. My husband heard you on the radio, which of course has changed all of our lives. And I cannot thank you enough for your dedication and your pure product and your prices. Thank you so much for making things so affordable so people, average people, can afford it. Because if you don't have your help, people, you don't have anything.
Amen. Thank you for the call, Barbara. And we started out with Barbara's daughter, Arlene. She had some health issues, and she started out on our Super Omega-3 years and years ago. That's our Norwegian Omega-3 fish oil. It's the purest Omega-3 fish oil of its type. It was the most potent of its type. It's still one of the most potent of its type, but we developed Super Omega-3 Max that we have now, Fortify Super Omega-3 Max, and it is the most potent triglyceride form in the United States right now in a gel cap. So Arlene did so well. A lot of her health issues totally reversed when she got on the right diet and the right supplements that we helped her with. And so now she runs Fortify Nutrition Center and Fortify Vitamins. So who better than somebody that can walk the walk? And Arlene has done very well. We're really proud of her, and she's as healthy as can be. And she really helps spread the message. And we appreciate Barb for having Arlene. All right. Let's go to the phones. I think Roger's been waiting very patiently. Roger in Sun City, good morning.
Good morning, Dr. Lang. I recently was diagnosed with macular degeneration very early, but I'm very worried because my mom had it. And I just want to know what I can do for preventive, as well as is there anything else that I can do?
That's a great question. And for Roger and for people listening, I think one of our Facebook pages is not getting the sound as good as it should. But I just repeat the question. Roger has been diagnosed with some early macular degeneration. There's a family history of it. So this is a great question. A lot of listeners will benefit from this. So this can be genetic, all right? But number one, we got to get your body in as good shape as possible. You don't sound like an old man, so maybe you're in your 40s, 50s, 60s. I don't know. But
I'm 63.
63. Just a little bit ahead of me. Wow. You're just getting started. You're a spring chicken. So
Yeah.
Roger, you have to get in the best shape of your life. And so things that we talk about on this program, all right, get down to your ideal body weight. That's the number one thing you can do. Because if you're overweight, the carotenoids that are good for your retina find the fatty tissue. They hang out in the fat instead of going to your eye. So the number one thing macular degeneration patients can do, believe it or not, is get down to their ideal body weight by eating the right foods and exercising. The Lang Survival Diet. I developed the Lang Survival Diet for macular degeneration patients that were overweight and had diabetes too, kind of a triple whammy. And it works. So if you follow the ingredients on the Lang Survival Diet, the nutrients, the foods that are on it, and for those of you out there, just to Google Lang, Lange, Survival Diet, and then print that page and take that to the store and only buy the foods that are on the Lang Survival Diet, okay? And you will do quite well. And there's a lot of foods you can eat on it. An example, the vegetables on the Lang Survival Diet are mustard greens, organic kale, organic lettuce, organic cucumbers, bok choy, broccoli, turnip root, cabbage, bamboo shoots, water chestnuts, pickled vegetables, kimchi, sauerkraut. The fruits are pineapples, bananas, lemons, limes, organic blueberries, organic strawberries, organic grapes, cantaloupe, and oranges. Specific nuts are macadamia nuts, hazelnuts, cashews, if they've been soaked or sprouted, chestnuts. You can use coconut oil, algae oil, olive oil, and then protein is just about anything as long as it's organic. Organic eggs, grass-fed bison, beef, turkey, chicken, ostrich, wild game, wild salmon, sardines, anchovies, rainbow trout, goes on and on and on. Milk, you got to be careful. Milk, you got to have goat's milk or A2 cow's milk, goat's cheese or Manchego sheep cheese, because some of this milk products can actually be affiliated with leaky gut, diabetes, cancer, and autism, all because of a genetic mutation in the beta-casein protein. That's why you want A2 cow's milk or goat's milk, or our protein, our fortified super protein or our fortified grass-fed whey isolate, because there is no casein in it. So Lang Survival Diet is going to help, all right? Losing weight is going to help. Then there's some specific supplements you need to take. So we have Fortify Macular Defense, which is kind of our gold standard for people with more advanced macular degeneration. But in early stages of macular degeneration, I like our Fortify Advanced Retina Formula. It's called Fortify Advanced Retina Formula. It's based on the AREDS 2 study, plus some more nutrients that I've added to it. And then simply our Fortify Focus. Our Fortify Focus is just 4 carotenoids, lutein, zeaxanthin, astaxanthin, and mesozeaxanthin in our Fortify Focus. So at the least, start Fortify Focus once a day, or consider the Advanced Retina Formula. Lose the weight, exercise, get on the Lang Survival Diet, wear a good pair of sunglasses when you're out in the sun, all right? And then consider blue filtering lenses indoors, even if you have no prescription. If you're on the computer a lot, I wear them. Dr. Hall wears them. They have no prescription. It's called blue light defense lenses or blue light shield lenses. So we're going to protect from the harmful blue light. But the Fortify Focus actually helps protect you from the blue light too, because it has the lutein, zeaxanthin, and astaxanthin that helps impregnate into the macula, improving macular pigment density. And the astaxanthin helps reduce inflammation, improve circulation. So I know I threw a lot at you really quick. See your optometrist once a year or your ophthalmologist annually. It's a good idea to have an OCT scan of your retina done. And then the final thing that we do at the Lang Eye Institute, we have all this technology for macular degeneration, is dark adaptation. This is really cool. We do dark adaptation. We do electroretinograms along with, OCT technology. That's cross-sectional imaging of the retina. We have all that at the Lang Eye Institute in the Villages, Florida. So it's a good idea to get all that for a baseline. And then I am really good. We have patients that come from all over the country to the Lang Eye Institute for macular degeneration for a more natural approach, okay? And so I like to think that we have less people that have to have injections in their eye because of the diet and the supplements that we put them on. We have a retina specialist upstairs in the Lang Eye Institute that actually does injections. He's world-renowned, lots of injections. And so certainly for the wet form of macular degeneration, the injections are a godsend. But the key here, Roger, is to prevent the dry form, which is the early type of macular degeneration, turning into the more devastating type called the wet form of macular degeneration. So you do all the things that we talk about and then call me and update me on how you're doing.
Well, when are you in your office?
I'm in the Lang Eye Institute on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and some Mondays and Fridays, just depending on if I'm, at an SEC or NASA racing my car, which hasn't been a lot lately because of the whole, pandemic thing. But I'm always there on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And I'll give you the phone number for the Lang Eye Institute. It's 352-753-4014. So that's 352-753-4014.
Very good. Thank you so much, Dr. Lang.
All right, Roger. Thanks for the call. And I see a lot of people chiming in on social media. I see we got John loves Fortify Fit. And then we have over there on YouTube taking the Fortify Advanced Dry Eye Therapy. There's somebody else chiming in. Biceps are growing. This is Kelly. I don't know if that's a male or a female. Kelly, biceps are growing since I've been on the Fortify Fit. Thank you, Dr. Lang. Thank you, Dr. Hall. And, I got to talk about that. I mean, let's face it. We got a lot of men listening to this show. And when you take the Fortify Fit and post-recovery, 1 scoop of the Fortify Fit combined with one of our proteins, our whey proteins, like a Fortify Super Protein or a Fortify Grass-Fed whey protein isolate, it's a good way, not only building muscle, increasing ligament strength and tendon strength, giving you the nutrients necessary to protect your brain and your heart and your joints. But believe it or not, for men listening out there, it's a good way of actually enhancing testosterone naturally. And we had a whole show about this a few weeks ago. But if we exercise, all right, high intensity training, weightlifting, that improves testosterone. Losing weight improves testosterone. Eating the right foods we talked about, or using the organic blue-green superfood, that improves testosterone. Sleep improves testosterone. But whey protein can improve testosterone. And the L-citrulline combined with the other nutrients that are in the Fortify Fit all makes it work well together. So Fortify Fit, the ultimate muscle fuel. Check it out online at fortify.com if you want to buy it. There's some bundles, the Fit bundle. There's a bunch of other bundles Doc Hall can chime in about. We got a really new bundle that's the best, and he'll talk about that with the 60 servings. So the combination of these things can help men promote testosterone naturally, where you might not have to get on, hormone replacement therapy as a man, testosterone therapy. Doc Hall, what do you got to say about that?
Absolutely. I wanted to chime in just a little bit about the testosterone. As I started back now on my quest to get back on the stage for competitive bodybuilding, I had all my numbers checked and everything, and the doctor was came in and he was quite amazed that my testosterone level was where it was. And he says, Doc, he says, for guys your age, and I don't take that as a bad thing. I'm good with that. And he said, you have about 4 times the amount of testosterone that a normal guy at your age comes in here. He says, now, mind you, that's on the low side, what he's talking about. He says, but confidentially, he says, doctor to doctor, he says, are you taking anything? And I said, do you mean like steroids or testosterone shots or anything like that? And he says, yeah. Are you taking anything at all? Absolutely not. Never have. Never have. Never will. I'd be glad to take any lie detector or blood test or whatever to prove otherwise. And he was amazed. And he says, well, what are you doing? And well, I'm training. I'm taking the right supplements, and this is the stage, the point that I'm at right now. And so you can do things naturally, folks. And it might take a little bit longer. It might change your life around a little bit for the better, but it's always a good thing. It really is. I'm really excited about the person that said their arms are growing. I get that all the time, from people. They'll call up and they'll say, Doc, my body's changing. It's looking great. And I'm getting noticed by other people. It might be their spouse noticed or boyfriend, girlfriend, or whoever, but people just, family and friends and like that notice that, gee, you're losing weight, you're toning up, you're getting fit, gee, your body just looks harder. All the way around, so those are all good, positive things. And, it's not just cosmetics, folks. When those things happen, when you generate new muscle growth, that's strength in the body. All right. So that fights sarcopenia, that fights a lot of these things that we just attribute to getting older. And it doesn't have to be that way. I do want to chime in before we get to a caller because I'm just getting swamped. People want to know if I did a follow up on last week. We had a question about vitamin B15, and I promised that I would do a follow up on it. I said that I recalled B15 from 70s and 80s when I had my Gold's Gym in the 80s and like that. And that was a hot thing that was out. And reason being is because the Russian Sports Federation did tremendous research about it. But, as we've known over the years, a lot of that research is secretive and, they don't they don't put it out to the real world. And so it was a very hot item back in that time. A lot of the strength athletes and the Olympics and like that for the Russian teams and the Soviet bloc teams, they were taking it, and also their track and field athletes were taking it. Supposedly, it gave you, superhuman strength and endurance. On the other hand, they were also let it out there that it cured everything from cancer to pimples, and but there wasn't really anything to back it up. They did release a product out, and it goes by a couple of different names: DMG, pangamic acid, B15, and like that. But as I said, it's not really B15 at all. It's not in the B complex family, but it was just given that name. And but honestly, folks, it's not worth your time to bother with it. There's not enough research. When there's not enough research to back up all these claims, I just walk away from it. It's not a hot product out there at all. And I, just my advice, my 2 cents, and I'm not disparaging any company or anybody that does make this, but it's just not proven that it's worth your time, and there could be some side effects from it. So that's just my 2 cents on it. And I don't want to go into too much detail, but probably got about 40 texts and emails today about it. So there you go.
Thanks, Doc. I want to chime in a couple of things before we take the next caller. We want to talk about Jeff Davis, world champion wrestler, but I see somebody chiming in here, Sally, saying, thank you, Dr. Lang. Thank you, Dr. Hall, for recommending Upneek and Regenerize. My dry eyes are gone, and I look 20 years younger. Thank you. Wow. So what they're talking about there is Regenerize is an eye drop that has stem cells. It's a stem cell enhanced amniotic membrane eye drop. We have it at the Lang Nutrition Center. We have it at the Fortify Nutrition Center, the Lang Eye Institute. And these drops you use twice a day. It's called Regenerize. And let me tell you, I've seen some miracles on dry eye patients. I've seen them improve dramatically. So if you have dry eye and you've tried just about everything, prescription medications, every artificial tear out there, including Optase and Oasis, and you still have sandy, gritty, burny, teary, itchy eyes, try Regenerize. Like I said, you can get them at the Lang Nutrition Center, Fortify Nutrition Center, Lang Eye Institute. Ask your ophthalmologist, ask your optometrist about it. Regenerize does work. She said she looks younger also, and that's because her lids are up now. So she's also using a drop called Upneek. It's a prescription. You got to use it. Get a prescription from your doctor. We have it at the Lang Eye Institute. You get a prescription, and we do sell them at the Lang Eye Institute as well. We do have a pharmacy license there. Upneek is an eye drop you put in. 20 minutes after you put the drop in, your eyelids go up 35%. Doesn't work for everybody, but I tell you, it works on about 95% of patients. So dry eye, Regenerize, baggy eyelids, Upneek. Now, if your eyes are just a little bit dry, get the Optase, Optase. You can get that on our website at fortify.com. And before we go to the next call, I just want to mention we were going to get Jeff Davis to call in probably next week when he wins his 4th world championship. Jeff Davis is a good friend of mine, and he's been training all his life, was a collegiate wrestler. He is now 3-time defending world champion wrestler in the Masters division, and he's defending his title, going for his 4th world championship in Seattle, Washington this next week. Well, he's got some training videos out there, and what does he use and what has helped him gain these world championships at his Masters division? Fortify Fit and Fortify Super Protein. He's got a lot of videos out there showing right before he works out, he takes 1 scoop of Fortify Fit, shakes it up in water, drinks it 15 minutes before he works out. Right after he works out, he takes another scoop of Fortify Fit and takes our Super Protein He likes the vanilla flavor, super protein, shakes it up, drinks it down. Then he also takes our Super Omega Max, our Superfood, our Fortify Complete, and our Fortify Focus. That's his entire regimen, and he's getting his 4th world championship. And he eats a diet very consistent with the Lang survival diet. So, Jeff Davis, if you're listening out there, we're all rooting for you for your 4th world championship, and we're going to have you as a guest. You'll call in from California very soon. All right, we got some calls. Let me give you the phone line, 1-877-969-8600. You're listening to Ask the Doctors, 1-877-969-8600. Give us a call. But remember, don't forget to check out the bundle section at fortify.com. That's FORTIFEYE, fortify.com. Check that out, because if you want to lose weight, you want to gain muscle, you want to build your immune system, you have macular degeneration, anything like that, dry eye, there's a bundle on there which gives you almost 40% off with free shipping. You can't beat that at all. Let's go back to the phones. Steve's been waiting patiently. Steve in Clearwater, good morning.
Yes, I would think that the denatured protein would be being that it's denatured, it doesn't have the bonds damaged, and therefore it would be much more digestible. And the people I think it would help more than any other group of people is burn patients. Because when you have a burn, if you have a cut, it just affects, you're just damaged along the line of the cut. But when you have a burn, all the tissue is damaged. And these people have protein requirements per day to repair 100, 150 grams of protein per day they're eating up to repair that damaged skin. And I think that if the denatured protein...
No, non-denatured.
You're right. The non-denatured protein would be very good because it would be more digestible. You're not... Usually when you eat protein with food, you're eating it with fat, which slows down the digestion. And I think it would be an excellent thing to give to people, even if they have a sunburn. I think it would be probably of all groups of people, burn patients would be the people who would benefit most from it.
I think you're absolutely right. Anybody with any type of illness, I think, is going to benefit from the whey. Remember, a lot of people think, well, whey comes from dairy, and a lot of people have a negative aversion to dairy. But remember, all of the stuff that's in the dairy that's bad has been taken out. There's no casein protein. There's no lactose. There's no fat, especially in our grass-fed whey protein isolate. It's called Fortified Grass-Fed Whey Protein Isolate. It's non-flavored, so it absorbs any flavor. You can make a smoothie with it. You can put it in pancakes and waffles. You can make a smoothie with fruits in it and vegetables. So non-denatured means that the delicate immunoglobulins, the covalent bonded cysteine, the lactoferrin has not been altered. So really, the bioavailability of the nutrition is better for you, but the immune boosting properties of it are much better than denatured. So most of the protein that people buy at the local vitamin store has been denatured. Most of it comes from China. It's been heated. The milk has been heated for over 200 degrees for over a half an hour. The milk that we use comes from grass-fed cows from New Zealand or from America, and it's only heated to 72 degrees for 15 seconds. That's called cold filtration. And then we go through a process called ultrafiltration to remove any lactose. And it's the best way to develop a protein. It's the most expensive. It's really considered a medical food, and it's great for everybody at any age. It's the most bioavailable protein known to man. If you want to build muscle, and lose fat at the same time, you got to do a whey protein, not a pea protein, not a rice protein. Vegetable-based proteins have a lot of negative potential problems if they're not sprouted. So if you want to get a vegetable protein, make sure it's sprouted or fermented. And we do have those at the Fortified Nutrition Center for those of you that are on plant-based diets. Because if you're not getting fermented or sprouted, you're getting lots of lectins, phytic acid, oxalates, protease inhibitors, all sorts of things that can cause swelling and bloating, digestive issues, and block the absorption of many of the nutrients. So, Steve, I'm glad you brought that up. Protein is very important, and the most bioavailable source is a non-denatured whey protein. So when you're looking for proteins, look for three things: where the cows come from, all right, or New Zealand, Australia, France, or America. Those are good ones. Make sure it says grass-fed, and make sure it says non-denatured or undenatured.
Well, you're right. Where the cows come from. This is true of meat. Everything that scientists think that they know about protein uh, formation, in animals, um, it shouldn't make any difference where the animal is raised. But you can definitely taste the difference in beef that was raised in Iowa versus beef that was raised in another area of the country. I don't know what it is, but perhaps something in New Zealand, something in the soil makes it better. I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, thank you, Dr. Lang.
All right, thanks, Steve. Anyway,
Okay.
we're Doc Hall. We're going to talk a little bit about. You're the expert on those bundles. So the Fortify Fit, when we combine it with the whey protein isolate, it's amazing. And we got a couple of bundles for that, don't we?
Absolutely. In fact, while you were talking to Steve, I checked with our sales department, and our two favorite bundles of this past week just involved just that. The one I like the best, it's kind of like an introduction into what all that we're doing, is the performance stacking bundle. And it's with shipping and all, the free shipping factored in and like that, it's over $100. We sell it for $59, and that's free shipping. And it includes your choice of flavor of our fit, the ultimate muscle fuel, and one of our proteins, again, your choice. But it gives you both of those for $59 delivered to your door, or of course, you can pick them up in any one of our stores. That's the best introduction until in our whole system that I love. I absolutely love it. Of course, we do have the new 60 serving protein bags that absolutely are going off the shelves, and people love them. And it's the best way to buy things, really, folks, and get a good deal. And we're all about that. We're all about giving our customers the best deal that we possibly can. And we have this, the Ultimate Performance Bundle, and then that gives you 60 servings of fit and 60 servings of our protein for $150. And again, it's your choices of flavors. But those are the two best selling bundles that we have right now. And the reason we bundle these are two reasons: to get you a good value. And we're able to do that when we do bundle things. And also, Dr. Lang and I work we are real big on the thing, synergy, and products working together. And these work together, and it's the best way to go. There's no two ways about it. Steve was talking about the proteins and things like that in burn victims and like that. I was very privileged back in the 90s to do a research project just on that, and it involved protein and, believe it or not, the use of steroids to regenerate new muscle tissue and connective tissue and things like that. And, the big thing that came out of that was there's no two ways about it. Collagen protein and whey protein like that, those are the stimulus. That's what regenerates all the muscle, the tendons, the ligaments, the skin tissue, and like that. And so again, I learned firsthand how important that was, and Steve kind of brought back some really good memories there for me. So that's the way to go, folks. There's no two ways about it. We need our protein, and Dr. Lang and I have both found out in the last couple of years, because we talk to people all the time, we analyze all the time, folks aren't getting enough good quality protein. You think you are. Oh, yeah, I get plenty, and you're really not. You're really not getting the good quality that you need. So, kind of step it up a little bit. Your body's going to love you for it.
Yep. So check out those bundles. Remember, where else can you get collagen protein and whey protein all in one, along with branched chain amino acids, creatine, beta anhydrous, L-citrulline, astaxanthin, highly branched cyclic dextrin, L-glutamine, and much more, all in one. And that performance stacking bundle for $59. The Fortify Fit and your choice of a whey protein. And then you can look, we get the 60 servings as well. So go to fortify.com, Fortifeye. Remember, I'm an eye doctor, so it's kind of a play on words. Fortify.com, Fortifeye, fortify.com. Go to the bundle section, check it out. You can't beat those prices. I mean, we have got lots of different bundles for macular degeneration, for weight loss, for dry eye, but for building muscle, losing weight. We have all those at the bundle section. Also, I do want to mention a relatively new treatment for dry eye that's relatively inexpensive. We talked about the Regenerize being really good. Those are $75 a bottle, but those are human stem cells that are in that basically. So if you want to go less expensive and you can get it on the website at fortify.com, simply go to the Optase drops. But now there's an Optase ointment. It's called Hylo Night, and you use it at nighttime. It's on the website. It actually is infused with vitamin A, and the vitamin A actually improves the goblet cell activity in your eye, increasing the mucin layer, helping your dry eye. So you simply take Optase Hylo Night. It's an ointment, and you put it in your eye at bedtime, and it really, really does help. Doc Hall, the music is on. You get about 15 seconds to tell everybody goodbye.
It's been my pleasure, folks. Be with you today, 3 hours. Have a great week. Do some exercise. Make some choices. Make some good choices. And we'll see you next week.
Thank you. And remember, I'll be at the Fortify Nutrition Center today in Clearwater, right there in Publix on McMullen Booth Road. It's about a mile down on the left. If you come on across the causeway, take a right on McMullen Booth Road, go down a mile on the left in the Bayside Plaza Shopping Center. Fortify Nutrition Center. I'll be there about 12:30 to 2:30, 2 hours today. Remember, check everything out on our website at fortify.com. If you really want the best nutrients, remember our motto, right science, right ingredients, right for you, fortify.com, FORTIFEYE. With that, I'm out of here. Have a great day. God bless you. God bless America.
Ask the Doctor is sponsored by Lang Eye Care.